Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving a disaster situation playing as the war host of the apocalypse, where Kholek's Sun Eater is stuck inside of canals with a pretty decent army, but there are three Wood Elf endgame crisis armies here. So there's no negotiating with them, they are not going to back off from this position, they have to be dealt with. So this one here is the one besieging, and all of the armies will reinforce them in this position here. So first thing I want to do is read out the email to get a bit of context on the situation, and then figure out how we're going to get out of it. So it says, over the end turn, the Wood Elves endgame crisis attacked my Kholek Sun Eater with his Dragon Ogre Doomstack. The first battle can be auto-resolved, but then they attacked with another 3 full stacks, and I just couldn't beat. Is this army doomed, or is it possible to salvage the situation? Okay. So first thing I noticed, I always check this stuff whenever a save file gets sent in, because it actually really makes a big difference, is what the difficulty is actually on. And we can see here that the battle difficulty was set to easy. Now, I don't care what difficulty that you want to play on, whatever you want. But here's the thing, if you play on easy battle difficulty, specifically this one here, I don't really fuss about the AI stat modifier, but this one here, that gives you a massive auto-resolve boost. Made a video about this before. Makes a huge difference to it, right? If we have a look, if we were to sally out here, yeah, that is kind of ridiculous, that result there, given what we have versus what they've got right there. So that is absolutely insane. So what we want to do here is bump up the difficulty to where the auto-resolve is kind of accurate. But that being said, I'm going to fight the battle manually, and I'll put this on. Don't worry, when I send the save file back to him, I will bump it back down to what he wants. So that then gives us a valiant defeat. Now, we're not going to make the attack just yet because there's certain things that we can do. Honestly, even at that auto-resolve, I still kind of feel like it's being pretty generous to us because these are not easy armies to deal with whatsoever. This is some very strong units, loads of physical resistance, loads of missile attack, and the guy has not made any preparation whatsoever for dealing with the Wood Elves. So the first thing, we go to the Gifts of Chaos, right? Now, you would expect, surely, that you would have the Ruinous Bulwark set up. Missile resistance for all units plus 15%. That's absolutely huge, especially when the Dragon Ogre Shaggas already have 35% missile resistance. Adding an additional 15% on that is huge. So we've currently got Raider's Raiment on, and Undying Oath, which is this one here. So that's providing you a lot of tribute from your vassals. I don't want to strip away loads of your money. I do not think that getting your Marauders an extra 8 melee attack is that important. You can easily switch that over. You've also got Carnage Incarnate, which has got one more turn until that'll give you another one. And you've got Hail of Hellfire, which is giving you the, what's it called? Hell Cannons. I'm going to turn off the I'm going to take off Raider's Raiment here and switch it for Ruinous Bulwark. Okay. And that will give us 15% missile resistance. Okay, that's probably not going to reflect too much in auto-resolve, but that will definitely help us in the manual resolve battle, especially against Way Watchers. Then the next thing is looking at equipment. It would have been way better if you had passed to glory this guy, Prince Ograx, who's a very good hero, if you had made him to Nurgle, because if you did, he has an ability that he could have that allows an area of effect healing. That would give you a lot more use out of your Dragon Ogre Shaggas, and himself for that matter. And when it comes down to who's a better fighter, Khorne or Nurgle, it's actually pretty much about the same. So, in my opinion, this was a bad call. But it's entirely up to you which way you want to go about it. However, we got no magic items here. This is where we want to boost him up a little bit. Armor of Destiny, just sitting there. Let's grab that. Let's also grab, let's see, go down to weapons. What have you got down here? What have you got? Brass Cleaver, grab that. Definitely, because that way he's buffing everyone around him. Talisman, let's go with a Talisman of Preservation. Yeah, I'm sure Sigvald doesn't need it right now. Can always give it back to him later. And then for an enchanted item, we got two choices, I think, that are good here. We could either go with the Crown of Everlasting Conquest. You've only got one of those. Or we go with the Blasphemous Amulet, which provides magical attack in an area of effect, a pretty large area of effect. Now, we've got a lot of physical resistance to overcome here. Just about every single unit has loads of physical resistance. Just about all of them. So, having magical attacks would allow us to basically dish out more damage. They just wouldn't be as good at fighting us. Because all of our guys here... okay, so the Aspiring Champions have magical attacks. This one's got magical attacks, but the Shaggas don't have it by default, and neither do regular Dragon Ogres. So he would be able to give all of those units that are nearby him, at least, those magical attacks. Now, another thing that you could get as an enchanted item is the is the Festering Shroud, which you actually don't have that item, which is such a shame because you should have a mission that gives you one. But yeah, you don't have a Festering Shroud. That provides extra missile resistance, which again would be really useful against Wood Elves, but you don't have it. I'm not going to fuse your items because I don't want to, maybe you want to keep these in reserve, I don't know. But getting yourself a Festering Shroud, which is a blue enchanted item, would be well worth it if you can manage to fuse something for it. However, this one's pretty much just as good. Extra physical resistance for him, and main thing there is the magical attacks. Okay, then let's go and have a look at Kholek's equipment. So we've got Armor of Fortune, but we can do better than that with an Armor of Destiny. In fact, maybe a Trickster's Helm might even be better, because most of these ones are probably going to do magical... Oh, not all of them. What's his melee defense? 70. Yeah, because Trickster's Helm, you get a bit more melee defense, and you lose the physical resistance. But if you're going up against a lot of magical attacks, then Trickster's Helm's more useful. So let's actually go with that. Then we got Talisman of Preservation. Good. We got an enchanted item, the other Trickster Shard. Wow. Spell resistance. You don't have any spells. There's no spellcaster here, so that's not going to be of any use. So let's instead go with that Crown of Everlasting Conquest. That'll give Kholek regeneration. Then the next thing is that we want the Exalted Hero of Khorne, Prince Ograx, to be able to keep up with the Shaggoths if possible. So their speed 76, his is 62. I can only give this army one Banner of Swiftness. So let's see what else there is. There's the Ranger Standard here. You don't need Demagogue, so let's get Ranger Standard. I'll put that on Kholek and put this one on Ograx. Okay, so I think that's all the equipment sorted. Don't think there's anything else we need to do. Now we sally out and just do the best we can, because yeah, nobody else in this area can come in and reinforce. Let's break through here. Still have to fight the battle manually. Alright, so like I said, we were going to give you this one and you that one. That puts your speed up to 81. You'll be able to keep up with the Shaggoths, and Kholek will still be the fastest unit in our army. Okay, now the next thing we have to decide is whether or not to control large army. Now, most people in this position would probably decide not to control large army, but I think it's tactically better for us to actually control large army, because here's why. We know that Arguelon's forces is coming from our rear, right? If we don't control large army, that means that this army here is not expecting reinforcements, and they'll rush at us straight away. If we control large army, there is a decent chance, not entirely sure, but they'll wait for these reinforcements to arrive before they charge at us. That means it gives us time to smash this army without getting pincered. We can use this garrison as well to also hold them back if we absolutely need to. So let's actually go with control large army in this situation. I think it's tactically better for us. Now, one way or another, we're still going to end up having to deal with 2 full stacks at some point. But yeah, if we can get rid of Arguelon's forces first, that would be ideal. Because yeah, if they're not expecting reinforcements, they just come straight for you. Okay. So, that one comes in minute 25, that one comes in minute 55. We use these guys here to hold them back as long as we can, while we smash them here as best as we can. Okay, let's get some control groups going. Kholek should be in his own control group, and so should you. And control group 3, control group 4, and 5. And these guys here don't need a control group. Okay, because we probably need a fair bit of microing here. I'd like to try to get Kholek out of the situation here without any units getting wiped out. That's going to be a bit of a mission because Dragon Ogres can be pretty easy to kill by Wood Elves. Just a lot of anti-large, a lot of missile units. Even with the missile resistance, I think that's still a bit of an ask, but we'll see how we go. You guys, maybe just step back a little bit. But we can see from their positioning that they look like they're going to wait. Okay, cool. That's what I was counting on. I guarantee you if I had not controlled large army, they would have just come straight for us. This means it gives us about 2 minutes to kill these guys before they'll start coming at us. Thing is, we got a lot of damage out. What happened there? Oh, they're using their... Oh, what about you? Get over here. You can also charge up this ability. And we're charging up this one. So that's good. Another problem that we might end up facing here is that they've got Hawk Riders. I can't get them to land. They're going to have to land just of their own stupidity. Same thing with their Lord. It's on a dragon. But yeah, imagine having the Wood Elf endgame crisis and not getting Ruinous Bulwark. Oh, much better give Marauders extra 8 melee attack. Or whatever else you wanted to get. No, you gotta have that one. It's so good. It also gives you siege attacker on all of your armies without having a siege attacker. Okay, maybe go a little bit wider over this way because they're probably going to be coming out this way. We don't want them like getting around. Problem is, if we have a look here, not everyone's going to have magical attacks, but the key units are going to come in from the front. Those are the ones that we want to hit with the magic. Magical attacks. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, charge in. Don't worry about using the aspiring champion summons just yet. That's it. Hang on, hang on. That's it, that's it, that's it. Get them, pin them down, stop them from shooting. Alright, we want to pop some of this down and some of this down. Yeah, this guy being an archer, he's not really incentivized to land. The regular dragons will. And we're anti-large, and with all the magical attacks, we're punching through them, you know, a lot faster than we otherwise would, I think. Alright, we're actually not that strong on this flank over here, but everyone's kind of tied down. I need some Shaggets over there. Okay, actually, you guys get this, and you get this. Extra melee attack will help. Okay, all of their reinforcements have come in. Then they're just sitting around watching. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Don't worry about these guys here. They're not going to help that much anyway. It's super weak. Alright, Kholek. You're good at taking on single entities. Also, we've got this. Let's pop that down. But legend, the other trickster shard would have been useful there. Which, by the way, you can't have negative spell resistance. It only strips them of spell resistance. So if they don't have any spell resistance in the first place, it actually doesn't do anything. The only type of attack damage that can have a negative is flaming attack. I've recently learnt that. It's fucking stupid. Alright, we're really walking out of this one here without too much damage. That's good. Again, these flying units, I can't really do much about them. But that being said, they can't do that much to us either. This one here could shoot the Hawk Riders down, I guess. I guess it's good that they're using up those abilities on our trash over here. Right. Not too much damage on all that. We're taking a lot more if it wasn't for Ruinous Bulwark, that's for damn sure. Which is physical resistance on this. That's pretty good. Yeah, dogs can actually become super bloody strong in this. Alright, well, okay, no, good, they're landing. I guess once they've run out of ground troops, they will land. Good, good, good. But this one here is still shooting. Is it doing much damage, though? Not really. The dark gods command me! And they're just sitting there watching this happen. Which is awesome. Alright. That is a good start. How are we going to get you to land? Yeah, try to chase this one down. Because, yeah, if they've got no ground forces left... I'm actually not sure, because they've got reinforcements that are on the ground. I'm just not entirely sure what will happen there. Alright, well, we're done here. If they want to land, then they can land. If they don't want to land, you can't do anything. Oh, you know what we could do? We could use these guys. We could use the summons to get them to land. Maybe. Okay, I don't think there's any rush right now in going after Talson's forces just yet. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Come back over here. Getting some of this for nothing. Should we summon another one? Or are they going to land? What are they doing? I need you to shatter this one. It doesn't seem like they're going to get that one to land. And like I said, I got nothing here that can really force them. Oh, you can maybe shoot it down a little bit. What's your damage output? Is it regenerating? No. Alright, well let's just give our guys a bit of a rest after that. So that went pretty well, but we still got more than 2 full stacks we got to deal with, so that's something. It's playing their music. So even after we have smashed Argolon's forces, the bounce power is still not in our favor. So why I think that Valiant defeat was kind of bullshit in auto resolve. We were way more outpowered than even on very hard battle difficulty than what we're saying. Yeah, I think it just doesn't rate the Wood Elves that highly because they don't have much armor. Armor seems to be very heavily rated in auto resolve. Unfortunately, we didn't get that much use out of the summon because as soon as we summoned it, it just flew away. Couldn't do anything about that. At the end of the day, it did stop them from shooting at us, so maybe that's a silver lining to it. And they've just sat there doing nothing, probably because we're the attacker. These Way Watchers, they did a bit of damage. Okay, let's start getting organized because we are not exactly in good formation. Nobody is regenerating. Okay, maybe let's bring the Aspiring Champions up because they're actually really good at dealing with archers just because they got really high shield block, they got the regeneration, and they've got, let's see here, 1% ward save. Oh, right, I see, because they've got Soul Hunters. Right, I was wondering where that came from. Okay. And then there's this crap here. Alright, now they're starting to advance towards us. They've been healing units that they actually can't properly heal. Oh, that one actually still survived. Alright, put these guys up front. Yeah, they're coming straight for us now. Try to get them down. Alright, looks like they're just entering like a skirmish phase. But I can't do anything about these flying guys at all. Yeah, we have no tools to deal with them. We do have tools to deal with Sisters of the Thorn. Alright, you and you get over there. Just getting this one here to try to pin it down. At the end of the day, they don't have magical attacks, so... but they will just rout us anyway. Another thing that we could do is just ignore these flying units and just try to take on the rest of their forces. Still, 2 full stacks we're going to deal with here. Okay, we could maybe do another summon. First one was shit. Try to let the garrison tank as much of their ammunition as possible. Although that being said as well, they do have fuckloads of ammo, so trying to do that might be a little bit of a waste. Doesn't matter about the garrison, this settlement's probably fucked anyway. Okay, good, this one landed. Take it out, Kholek. Alright, let's get some summons up in... Hang on, just wait. Gotta make sure that it doesn't get pinned down straight away, because obviously they're a missile unit. Okay, great Stag Knights, that's fine. Get into a blob against them, that's fine. We've also got our Chain Lightning here that we can use, which... This is another thing with the Wood Elves, they tend not to blob up very much. Okay, good. Some dragons are landing. That's good for us. We can handle that. We're all in magical attacks here. Got some guys here in reserve that we can use to maybe try to pin some things down. Alright, I don't think we're going to get that much value out of these summons, really. It's mainly just to get them to shoot at us a little bit so we don't get too badly shot. Loose formation in most places. I'm just not really going to do a hell of a lot of damage. Okay. Again with this Chain Lightning, I just don't see any great uses for it. So if you can't get a great use, then just get an average one. That seems an okay spot right there. Keep focusing on stuff here. We're getting shot up a little bit, but the damage is really not that bad. Come on, guys. Shoot this shit. Have we got any more summons? Or is that it? No, we're out of summons now. Alright. Now let's break out. Oh, no, we can't yet. We've still got a lot of large units coming at us. I'll break out in a moment. Got to stay all close together because of the magical attacks. That's really important. And at the end of the day, they're not doing that much damage to us. Alright, maybe if we can just get through these Great Stag Knights and then start rolling them up with the regular Dragon Ogres, that could be good. I'm going to pull out the regular Dragon Ogres from here. Just leave the Shaggoths in there. Because they will be a bit more durable. Kholek's doing great with that Crown of Everlasting Conquest, but I've got to get in there and start killing these guys. I'm done with this. Come on. Get these over. I think these guys here are doing great as well. That regen's really coming in handy. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, that one's done. Okay, start moving around this way. Basically, what we want to do is roll them up like carpet. We don't want to just chase after them. We want to chase around them a little bit so that they sort of blob up with each other. It makes them really terrible at shooting. Fucking Zotes in here, pissing me off. Okay, we've also got Aerial. Aerial can be killed with Kholek quite easily. Ograx, you got to get in there. They need your magical attacks. That being said, these guys here need the magical attacks too. Just keep rallying. Okay, we're starting to pin down some of the guys. All right, got this. Hang on, this one here and there again. Aerial's going down. Good. Go on, keep sacrificing these. Okay. What are you doing? How many times do I tell you to get in there? They need the magical attacks. Regular Dragon Ogres are doing okay, although they're up against a War Dancer Azrae Spear there, which is not ideal. This one here, that's a pretty big blob, also not ideal. Let's pull that back a little bit. Get back over here. Let's push forward. I need you to take out Aerial, for fuck's sake. Come over here. Alright, pull these ones back now. So one of them's really badly damaged. Let's actually take that one out. I'm going to put you on control group 7. Just go stand over here. Because like I said, I want to preserve the integrity of his army as much as possible. Kholek, you got another... Nope. We do have another one. Don't have another Chain Lightning, although I probably should have saved it until right now. Okay, that's it. Just wanted to get out of that melee fight because that wasn't really ideal for us. Keep going after the missile units, though. Hang on. Yeah, you. No, get out, get out. This one as well, actually. Just get out. Get in there. Right, this one here taking... Oh yeah, I tried to get you. Go this way. Okay, now we don't want to be in blobs anymore as we go in and take out the individual targets. Okay, these ones here, get them out. Too much damage. Okay, he's having a bit of a hard time. He'll be alright. Okay, yeah, main thing here, just don't really be fighting the War Dancers. It's just not really worth it because anti-large and everything. No, how many times am I going to tell you? Get out. You got to give them the order multiple times or else they just don't listen to you. Where are you? Okay, this is playing our music now, so we're definitely winning, but boy, some damage is being done. Because yeah, the toughest units is kind of still remaining. They are pinning our units down every now and again. That one routed. It's fine. Yeah, one of you is going to need to run that down, and it's definitely not all of you. I bet you two, get over here. Come on, Kholek. Get in there. You guys, okay, this one's suffering a little bit. Let's get these two constantly pinned down at things. Get out of there. These ones just don't want to land. We haven't like taken a single casualty on the aspiring champions. And it looks like we just army lost them. Good stuff. Kholek just hit his... Yeah, Pin this one down. Just decided to land. And yeah, we'll run down as much of them as we can. Good stuff. So I reckon that's about as good as what the auto-resolve would have given us on easy battle difficulty. Which, yeah, that's a pretty good result considering going up against Wood Elves. Good, that Lord's dead. No way for us to catch that one. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff in here that just was very difficult to deal with without the right equipment. So you need to make yourself useful with that. And I think I reckon controlling large army really helped us out here because we smashed a huge portion of their army without really taking any damage whatsoever. Okay, I'm just going to pause the recording while I run these guys down. This is the last one. As soon as it's dead, battle's over. So just assessing how much damage we've actually taken. It's not too bad. Like, the regular Dragon Ogres, a lot of them are damaged. There's not actually that many of them that are dead. Because, yeah, we pulled these ones out before they start taking massive casualties. That one being in the worst shape right there. Even though this one here looks like it's got less health. Yeah, it does. Still managed to get a purification. Oh, yeah, because our garrison got obliterated. That's why. You probably lost technically 50% of our forces. Yeah, we kind of did. But no units got wiped out. That guy got away, though. Ariel didn't. That's good. Getting her out of play for a few turns would be good for you. Now, we know that there's going to be another attack here over the end turn. It makes no sense to wait for that. Because if there's going to be another 3 armies, given that our army is in bad shape, I don't think it's worth waiting for. Okay. So, we'll take the souls, obviously. Now, what are we going to do to ensure that everything's going to be okay for him? Because, yeah, like I said, we definitely shouldn't stick around here if they're going to attack again. Because it seems like that army there would be the one to launch the attack. Good amount of replenishment that we get, but holding on to canals is really not that important. And this is not a no-defeat campaign, so I don't think it'll bother him that much if we withdraw. You could force march maybe to Master for Carl. We could get there, but another thing to keep in mind... Alright, these are not the free armies, so I was just checking to see... There is a particular... Just going to try and show where it is. Oh, they don't actually have it. Where it shows that they have complete... Yeah, this one here. Self-sufficient. These ones don't have the self-sufficient, so wiping them out is not super important. If we go and kill him... I mean, that dude's immortal anyway. He'll just come back. But yeah, you could get over to Massive or Carl and heal. They shouldn't... Yeah, they're not going to be able to launch the attack on you. Even a single turn of replenishment would be a really big help for you. Another thing you should really consider doing if you're going to build this kind of army is get yourself a bloody spellcaster for one thing. I would recommend getting a Nurgle spellcaster hero. Because yeah, you should have dedicated Prince Ograx to Nurgle for one thing. That would have been so much better than Khorne, because we could have healed these guys probably to nearly full. We wouldn't have even needed the Crown of Everlasting Conquest. So that would have been way more useful. But yeah, I would recommend getting rid of the Summoners of Rage or just a regular Dragon Ogre. Or even, actually, they performed really well, to be honest, the Aspiring Champions. They were great in that battle. But get rid of someone, get yourself a Nurgle spellcaster. It'll be well worth it, because they also come with a fair few bonuses that you could have for your entire army. And some of their unique skill in their skill line, where they can get you a bit of extra leadership, which I probably don't recommend that. And also turns them into a Mortis engine. You could also have like a debilitating -5 melee attack debuff around them. Or you can get yourself 5% extra weapon, 7% extra weapon strength for the entire army. So these guys would hit even harder. So yeah, get yourself a Nurgle spellcaster. This is what I recommend, getting straight to Massive Orcal. Don't wait for the enemy to attack, because we probably won't be able to handle another army. You just don't have the recoverability to be able to handle that. One turn of replenishment will go a long way. And if they come up this way, maybe you can come out and strike them. If you've got an endgame crisis to deal with, another thing that you could do is respec Kholek and get yourself Lightning Strike, because if they blob up armies like this, you're probably going to want to have to deal with them one at a time as opposed to all at once. Or borrow this army here and have him follow around Kholek. That way you've got more than 20 units and you can deny enemy reinforcements when it's suitable for you. It's entirely up to you how you want to go about that. Those are my recommendations. And yeah, another thing is do not fucking turn off Ruinous Bulwark. If you wanted your damn Marauders to be stronger again, that's fine. Get rid of any of these other ones, but keep that one for fuck's sake. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. I think that this disaster is averted because it's definitely not a disaster campaign. Man, look how much territory it's got. So it's just that little bit there of the endgame crisis caught him with his pants down. Anyway, give you a second chance there. Hopefully you make use of it. I also said that I would drop the battle difficulty back down to where it was. I do not recommend that you play on this difficulty at all. If you want to play with AI stat modifier low, that's fine. But play on hard battle difficulty, or else you're just going to find yourself auto-resolving all your battles and be super lazy at it and just not actually enjoy fighting battles. So that's what I recommend. However, that's what you put it on. So I'm going to leave it at. Change it though. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.